There you are. Dave here from Half Dozen Customs. Back out here on the Jeep today. And there's one more thing that I need to do to this fender. One more major thing, I guess you could say. And that is this corner right here is really tight. Just at the bend here, at the curb up, it's really tight. And it was like that on the other side. And the other side, I made a couple of relief cuts, and we pushed the fender in a little bit so that we had a matching gap all the way around, and then I welded it back up. So that's what I'm gonna work on right now. And then once that's done, I think we're gonna pull this door off and start to reskin that. So got my gloves, got my glasses. I think we are ready to go. So I'm only gonna be able to cut so much of this from here, and then I'm gonna have to go underneath, and we're gonna have to finish the cut down there. I know some of you may be thinking, like, you know, it's not ideal to just be cutting slots in the fender, but I am very particular about my gaps. We could have left it alone on both sides, but I think when you would have went to go bolt it together, it would have smushed the paint there. And then not only smushing the paint, but as you drove the truck and stuff, you know, shakes, rattles, and moves, it would have either cracked the paint there, or it would have eventually wore the paint down, and it's going to start rusting there. So I don't want any two pieces of metal touching like that, especially on an outside visible part of the vehicle. So I'm trying to correct that, and I was able to do it on the other side like this, so we're going to do the same thing here. Alright, you hear that pop? That's how much pressure is being put on that, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So now you see, you know, just 3 simple cuts all the way through, and now just with a little push of my finger, I can open that gap back up, and then we just weld it up, and then that gap is better, much better. Alright, so now you can see we got a nice gap around there. So what I did underneath was just I just made sure that everything on the bottom underneath was lined up while still keeping our gap here, and was tacked back in place so that we don't have no problems with anything moving. So, and I think I'm gonna put a little pressure on everything while we weld it, just so that you know, nothing moves while we're welding it. Okay, much better. Now, let's go ahead and we might as well, while we're here with the welder, start tacking this together. That definitely did not weld good down there, so I'll come in with the whiz wheel, clean it up. Alright, maybe that'll work. We just said that corner needed to be kind of connected to the fender. It wasn't connected. It was just ending there, and damn thing didn't want to weld for me. Alright, we're gonna weld this up, so being that the whole thing is round and we're in the middle of a couple of corners, not super worried about warping. Only area that I would probably be concerned in would be in here. But we got a couple of bends in there as well. You know, this is kind of sloped, and then we got a bend there. I think I'm just going to start welding this up. Just get my safety glasses on. Oh, I was standing right in front of you guys. Figures. Looks good. I love welding like that, and when it changes the blue, and it just looks awesome. So I'm gonna take a break, let that fender cool off. We just did a lot of welding, a lot of hot welding on it. So I'll be back. Okay, let's get some grinding done. It's not gonna get done any other way. So we removed this piece on the other side. I talked to my buddy that owns the truck. Neither one of us knew what this piece was for. So he said just remove it. The old fenders had it as well, and they don't mount to nothing. They're not even close to mounting to anything. Only thing I can think of is that they're, you know, these fenders fit several different vehicles: the truck, the wagon. I think the actual Jeeps themselves have the same fenders. So we know that they're not used on the pickup truck. The wagon, I don't know. The fenders were in the back, so I don't know if they were ever hooked up to anything on the wagon. So, and I don't know enough about Jeeps to be able to tell you what those go on. But they're not needed on this, so getting rid of them. Welded up all the I guess accessory holes. Again, I don't know what was mounted on this fender because they weren't mounted on the truck, but I know I pulled all types of electrical stuff off of this fender, the blue one that we pulled off. So I take it that there was probably all the same stuff. So we're not, and anything that, the only thing that runs to the front here now is going to be the headlights and an electric fan. So that's all that's running up here. So everything that they had going on before, we don't need it. So no sense in keeping the holes there. Alright, so next is up there. We're gonna trim that all out, get that cleaned up, weld it up, because we got welded from the inside as well. We gotta clean up everything that we did over there. So, but I'm gonna take a break and spit out some of these metal shavings because I was eating them. So, I'll be back. All right, we're gonna cut this out real quick, and then it's dinner time. So, now we can see where our weld marks are, so we can't go past those. right, that looks pretty good. Now we either gotta trim this back some up against this weld here, or we gotta weld it along here. So not sure really what I want to do yet. We'll figure that out after dinner. So I know it's pretty thin because this is what got put in the plenishing hammer, and it got the heck beat out of it to get that roll in it. So I know it thinned out. So if we are gonna weld it, I should probably trim it back some so that we can get into the thicker metal. Otherwise I think it's too thin up there. So, but the rest of it I think cleaned up pretty good. You know, I may go back and hit a couple of spots with some welds where there's maybe some good sized pinholes. But I think most of it we can just smear with some Marglass and we'll be good. So we'll come back later and we'll keep working on this fender. Something else that I gotta figure out is that this is supposed to have a lip on it. Like, you know, just for visual aspects at the moment. So this is supposed to have a lip on it, you know, like so. From the factory it had a lip. Probably to keep everything from vibrating and shaking. So we gotta figure out if we're gonna put that lip back on. Or should we just get some of that black like door edge guard and put it around here after it's all painted? That would be the easiest thing to do and it would look good. But, you know, I mean, I think this thing's pretty stout. I don't think we have to worry about it moving around. So, I'll have to talk to my buddy and see what he wants to do with it. It's his truck. So, but anyways, I'll see you guys after dinner. I'm out.